Markets at their most fundamental are pretty much the same all over the world. People buy and people sell. When a product is hot, when it's in season, the price goes up as demand goes up. When it's out of season, demand drops. Stock markets are a more sophisticated version of that elementary principle. Most markets around the world operate in the same way, except at the moment, China.
Now, essentially, the market is being pretty much governed by government activity.
Peter Churchhouse has been analysing Hong Kong and China markets for 35 years. A former head of research at Morgan Stanley, he's now running his own investment company.
It's government that's buying stocks in various forms, various agencies. They are forcing companies to do the same thing. They've instructed pension funds and life insurance companies to buy stocks to keep the market from collapsing too far.
Because the other side of this, of course, is the question, is this market with all this government buying now a one-way bet, that the government is basically putting a floor under this so it can only go up?
Well, putting a floor under it is not saying it's going to go up. Putting a floor under it says it's going to prevent the market from completely disintegrating. And I think that's what they want to do.
The distortions in this market must make you, someone like you, very, very disappointed in this whole development, this whole market theory now, which China has been trying to embrace. Okay, we know capitalism with Chinese characteristics, but this is much more communist characteristics, isn't it?
I'm disappointed, not so much with intervention per se, but I'm disappointed that it seems to be uncoordinated and very heavy-handed. Much of this intervention smacks of a police state, that you're telling people they must buy, they're not allowed to sell.
But for others, the jury is still out on China's actions. Michael Liang manages $250 million worth of funds invested in Shanghai and Hong Kong.
Whether the Chinese government stepping in the right time and doing the right thing, the right procedure, that's probably for future judgment.
So basically, you're not judging at the moment what the Chinese government is doing?
Well, I mean, if I have to give my view on it, I think they came in a rush. They're not prepared for this. So I think there's a lot of questions to be answered later on. But whether they should step in or not, I think it's like 2008, you know, what the Fed have done. You know, 1997, 98, the Hong Kong government stepped in.
Does the Chinese government, do the authorities have the financial firepower to hold the line?
Oh, absolutely.
And if there is a consensus view, it's this. China's government has the appetite to keep intervening for as long as it takes. And the time span is now being measured in months rather than weeks. Andrew Stevens, CNN, Hong Kong.